Hey there, Virgo. I hope you guys are doing really well. This is a reading for the second week of February 2025. We're going to be covering your oracle energy, family, community, health, finances, career, your relationship connections. This does not solely have to be romantic. Can be platonic, friendships, however you need it, and then also what you don't see coming. So to get into this energy, Virgo, you have the card of wonders. This is a very positive energy, actually. It's saying to be mindful to, I don't want to say count your blessings, but like be mindful of the little blessings that the universe is giving you. Be mindful of the kindness that other people give you. It's talking about um, exciting opportunities that are coming into your life now. And so, um, you know, exciting opportunities, exciting possibilities. Like it's asking for you to, I want to say, like, it's not living in anticipation, but it's living in a state of gratitude. It's being mindful to acknowledge the things that are in your life. And when you're vibing in that energy, it attracts more of that into your life. So, beautiful positivity that is coming into your life, things that you don't see, but will prove to be beautiful, supportive, lovely, nurturing in your experience. So, there's that energy, which is positive. Um, Family, community, you have the Ace of Cups. This is also a lovely energy. It can talk about expression of love, receiving loving connection through your family, through your friends. This can talk about being receptive to others and their love toward you, feeling favored by those who are in your circles, your family, your friends. Um, just being very nurtured and engaged in situations that feel very good to be a part of. I feel that a lot of you, Virgos, may also be receiving positive feedback as well from people who just really appreciate you and the path that you're on and the things that you're doing in your life that help you become a better person. But also, I feel like there's just an energy of appreciation for you. Okay. In your health energy, Virgo, we have this Six of Pentacles, which is positive. It's saying your health is recuperating, your health is recovering. It's kind of an energy of what you put in, you get back. So, what are you putting into your body? How are you being effective in your physical health journey? This can also talk about, I know it's not the justice card, but we do have the scales here. It can talk about how we may need to find some balance within our life right now when it comes to the things that are coming into our physical body. How are we taking care of ourselves? So, with this, and you have these two little hands here as well, this can talk about maybe sometimes where other people, like if you have children or if you've got a partner, sometime or just people in your life, sometimes we can have people that are dependent on us or, codependent on us at times. And it's important to be able to be mindful to speak your mind. You have the Ace of Swords here, so be mindful to be, even that my throat is closing up. Sometimes we need to be able to be honest in how much we can give to a person. I understand children, they require a lot from us, but sometimes when we're overgiving to people in our lives, it can have a direct effect on our physical health. My throat keeps closing down. So, this may be an indication that you have to have a conversation with somebody where lovingly you might say, this isn't working for me. This arrangement isn't working for anymore because it's draining me, whether that's financially or energetically. It just feels like you need to kind of reestablish how you choose to engage something. Okay. And I will say, because these little hands are out, people may be asking a lot from you. Okay. And so you might, for your own health, financial health, energetic health, physical health, it might be best to just pull your energy back lovingly, but do so with direct communication. A lot of the readings have been about direct communication. Either way, though, I feel like if that is something that you need to do, when you do that, you recreate a new space for your energy. You solidify that sense of protection for yourself. And I feel that that can go a long way. Um, with your finances and career, you have the Page of Swords. So this is an interesting energy just because it speaks the truth. It requires the truth to be spoken, or at least to have conversations where we are either restoring justice, or we're having a conversation because something has either being done unfairly and it needs to be rectified, or maybe we just need to implement a completely different way to do things. It's trying to like streamline things. I will say for a lot of you in like for me even, uh, this last week, I do body work. I do physical rehab with people. I do medical massage and cupping and all of that kind of stuff. So I work with people's bodies, and because I'm a medical provider, I'm required to have continuing education. And so I just got done with my continuing education, which was a lot to deal with. But maybe some of you are dealing with continuing ed, or maybe some of you, like in your work situation, you're like, this would be so much better if I learned more about this. Either way, this is about learning, and it's about like stabilizing and supporting your education with more knowledge so you have a better understanding, a more well-rounded understanding of what you need to do. And if it's not that, this is literally being very clear in what you need, stating your truth, stating, as a matter of fact, I need this, it's saying be available to communicate what you need, and that will be helpful in how you receive things. I also want to say, too, there's an energy here with this where when you do speak up, it kind of like gives people on the receiving end a different way to view you. It puts you in a position of like self-awareness and power, so they see you as somebody who is in your own personal power, speaking up for yourself. There's a level of confidence that's associated with this, Virgo. So if you can speak up, if there's any injustice that's going on in your job, or if you need people to view you in a different way, speak up through your truth and be honest with what you need, and those things will kind of move in alignment with that. Either way, I like this energy for career and finance just because it's all about education. It's all about speaking truth. It's all about change. Okay. In regard to relationships and connections in your life, Virgo, you have the Four of Cups. This is an interesting energy for relationships. I'm going to read it for singles and for couples, but maybe these messages will apply. Maybe they won't. The Four of Cups can often talk about feeling apathy or disconnection from people. It feels like you're bored in situations. It feels like situations you're just discontent in. If you look at the card, we have the Three of Cups behind this person, and this little dolphin is giving the one cup as well. But this person is on a rock in this ocean scene. So it's like trying to find stability with like wildly, the range of wild emotions that are happening in a situation. This can also be a card of rejection as well, and needing to kind of withdraw, so take that as you will. If you're single, um, I would say it's almost as if like it's like we have this little person wishing on a star, but like we have these three cups behind us. I almost want to like kind of I'm getting flavors of the Five of Cups, like where the three cups are down and there's two cups behind us. Here it's saying you have friendships behind you, you have people that support you, you have people that care about you, and you also may be able to connect with new opportunities through those who love you. Maybe that's an untapped resource should you want to be dating or connecting with new people. Don't forget about like the people that you have in your life. Be like, hey, do you know anybody that might be good for me? I'm open to that, and that in a way, can actually be very helpful if we voicing, your truth. Um, in regard to our friends, it's like an untapped resource. Like, hey, friend, I've never asked this of you, but in your group of people, in your world, do you think there's somebody in there that would be a good match for me? It's weird to do, but maybe that's an option. I would say though also for some of you with the Four of Cups, this might just be a time to kind of pull away singles if you're not ready to engage in connection, so you can find a different way to become more receptive to connections, rather than pushing things away. It just might not be the time, you know? So just be mindful of that, especially if you've been through a series of dissatisfaction in relationships. It's kind of like being mindful of how you engage, and disengage as well. For couples, this may be a situation, where you might be bored in your relationship. There might be some sort of element of disconnect with a partner, like you've kind of grown apathetic with a partner, and this can talk about like withdrawing your emotions. So it's kind of like being cold in a emotionless energy. Um, that may also be something that's coming through with partnerships. And so if that's happening, it's really important to take a time out, and address, again, we have this communication energy, address what feels unsatisfactory, address what feels like it's not going anywhere, address where we feel maybe ignored, or maybe where we feel like a partner is, I don't know, like not honoring us, or maybe where we have to express like, hey, you've been really withdrawn, or I've been really withdrawn, can we communicate about this so we're not like just left with this void energy. There's for this page of swords to be in the center of the reading. It also does indicate that communication for our needs is also important to express outwardly. um you know, especially if we're like needing change or needing new things, or maybe we feel like our partner can't see how we need things to change, but we're also holding off on like communicating. It's asking for you to communicate and be fair in that. If you just withhold, that's a choice. Be expressive in how you feel. Okay. Um, Now, with what you don't see coming, you have this Lovers in reverse, which is an interesting energy just because for some of you, this with this Four of Cups being so close to this, it can talk about having difficulties in your relationship, or like sometimes uh, incompatibility within your sexual like needs or desires, or um, it can talk about like where maybe we are either in separation or having difficulties with our partners, disagreements, stuff like that. It's an energy of communication problems. And here it almost feels like instead of communicating, we're like withholding, we're holding our energy. And mm, it leads to rejection. It leads to situations where it's like we don't feel safe to communicate our needs or what we need in a situation, right? Um, it's like needing to express our freedom and our individuality and like not being able to do so. Whether or not that is something that's going on, that can lead to a disconnect from a partner, especially when it's like we feel like we have to suppress ourselves in a situation. And however somebody looks at that, can be, it's kind of like a personal choice and decision to express. And so if they're withholding that information, they also may need to find understanding in their process, because we do have this Page of Swords energy. So as much of a truth seeker and speaker as they are, they're also young, right? They're also young. And so they need to figure out how they feel here with balance and giving and taking. I mean, there's a lot of extension, there's a lot of kindness and receptivity in this reading, Virgo, but it's it's asking us to be open to pretty significant change that may be coming that you don't see. And so if you kind of have a flavor of relationships being stagnant or distant, it may also indicate where we need to just release and find freedom from that so we can grow on our own rather than being subject to forcing ourselves to be in something. So that's what I have for you. I hope that this is helpful. Feel free to comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.